Okay, I'm going to solve for something using the quadratic formula. I'm going to solve a polynomial, in which case I have x squared plus 7x plus 12 is equal to 0. When I solve for that, I'm just trying to find what values of x would satisfy this equation. Well, here I already started this and wrote x equals, for the quadratic formula, it's negative b. And just to refresh your memory, whatever in front of the x squared term is the a. So in front of this is the a. In front of the x term is b. And this coefficient on its own is c. And all has to be in front of equals 0. And so the negative b will be negative 7 because b is 7. So this will be negative 7 plus or minus the square root b squared, which will be 49. Okay, 49 minus 4ac, 4. I'll just write 4 times a, which is 1, because there's a 1 in front of that x squared, and c, which is 12. And this will all be divided by, in this case, it would be 2 times a, so 2 times 1, because a is 1. If I do this all, I'm just going to do some quick math here. You're going to get here that x is equal to negative 7 plus or minus 1 in the brackets here. I get 49 minus, let's see here, 4 times 1 times 12 will give me 48. So really 49 minus 48 is just 1. And again, the square root of 1 is 1. So this would be plus or minus 1 all divided by 2. Move this up here. I'm going to get here x is equal to negative 7 plus 1, which is 8 over 2. Or negative 7 minus 1. That's part of it. Negative 8 over 2. Negative 7 plus 1 would be negative 6 over 2. So my two answers here are actually, well, negative 8 over 2 is negative 4 and negative 3. Now I want to show you that these are my two solutions here. That's what x is equal to. That's what I get. I get x equal negative 4 and negative 3. Let me show you this without using the quadratic formula, just using factoring. You get the exact same answer here. If I show you this one, just real quick from the beginning here, instead of doing it with the quadratic formula, I'm just going to factor this. And what two numbers add up to 7 but multiply to give me 12? Well, I got 3 and 4. In fact, if I go x plus 3 and x plus 4, that's fully factored now. And now I look and see, well, what values would give me 0? Well, 0 times anything is 0. In which case, if I make this whole term here 0, 0 times whatever x plus 3 is, would give me 0. And so x could be negative 4, but it could also be negative 3. Some students try to memorize this as just being opposite, but understand, you're just trying to get 0 back. And so I get the same solution whether I factor it or use a quadratic formula. I'll show you another one here. And the last one here is, it's a little more complicated because we've got something in front of the x squared term. But if I use quadratic formula again, I'm going to get here that x is equal to negative b, which will be negative 8, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 64, minus 4ac. And 4 times a, which is 3, and times c is 1. All this over 2 times a, which is 2 times 3. You're going to get two terms again just to show you here. I'll let you guys solve this one here. But when you do this here, you're going to get here that negative 8 plus or minus the square root of 64, and all this mess over 2, 3. And you can solve for these as many times as you want. It's pretty straightforward. We've done, or you've hopefully done something like this in algebra. But again, you're just solving. Usually you get two equations. Sometimes the negative term won't make sense. And so just be aware of that. But usually you'll get two equations.